Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome everyone for this week in Woke with the Madman and Boshti. We have a lot to cover. There's woke everywhere. Even when you don't see it, you're imagining all the Trinity's worried about woke in this picture. Look at him. Wow, that's super woke. Or is it fake news? We'll talk about that. We got a lot to cover. We might have to watch the infamous Robert Storm's video. Now, I don't want to make fun of him, but research. I'll get Trinity off there. That's just to troll Trinity a little bit. He keeps telling me about his YouTube community page. That's the first thing he does with it. All right, Trinity. Let's get to the comments here, and I gotta tweet this out to get some more people on. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Boshti's channel because next week, This Week in Woke is going to be on her channel. See what we could put together. We got a lot to cover. And some breaking news of woke, some breaking woke news that I haven't discussed with Boshti yet.
Oh, no.
She's surprised about this one. Hold on a second. What am I doing? Oops. All right. I see it now. Hold on. You know how I do things. I'm slow. All right.
You're good.
Give myself a thumbs up. You know how I do things. I'm slow. Oh, what? Why is it still? All right. Go on to the twits. I got a message on Twitter. All right. Here we go. All right. So let's get to the woke news. Everything that's happening, it's an invasion. Don't you know? Once you go woke, what do? You
go broke. Sorry.
That's what's happening to. That's what's happening to Bird of Prey. It's going super broke because all the woke. I think we'll save that part for later. I think you have something to say about that. But let's get to the breaking woke news. They are finally, there is some progress on Spaceballs. Can you believe it? Brie Larson. They're looking at Brie Larson for Spaceballs too. Can they even call it Spaceballs? What are they going to call it? Woke balls? Or just space? How do they make this in 2020? How is it going to work? And how is Brie Larson going to... Who is she going to play? I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Boshti? What can they even do?
I don't even understand because it's like am I just too am I also a part of the joke? Because it's just is this real? Are they really making a sequel? And is she really
Brie Larson's in everything. If you want it woke, you got to get Brie Larson. Just look at YouTube. I think I saw that. Okay, so I think I saw that Brie Larson's going to be in the next Indiana Jones. She's going to be in Star Wars. She's going to be in Spaceballs. And there go the balls. It's just space. Too many balls in space.
I feel like we're gonna lose. I'm gonna lose all my subscribers. But I have a confession to make. Okay. I have actually never seen Spaceballs all the way through. I've never seen it. So the first one.
Neither has Brie Larson, but she's starring the sequel.
So the second one, I don't really feel comfortable speculating on what position or what.
Well, here's all you need to know: space and balls. How is that gonna work in 2020? How is that gonna work?
So we just gotta completely get rid of the concept of planets. Right. Too much testicles. Too much. I am so triggered every time that I just have to look at a planet. If it doesn't have a ring around it or something, it just it freaks me out, man. I can't.
All right. What do you guys think? Am I Am I giving you some fake news right at the beginning? I think I. All right. Well. Oh. Yeah. Gungan Dungeon, you're causing me problems in the chat again. You were.
What did he do?
Brie Larson is Darth Revan. More fake news. Yeah. Here's
Kinda.
Mladen. He said, "Smash the hell of the like button. He'll rewatch it in the morning."
Please.
Brian Hill, Master of None. Hey yo. And here's I don't know how to pronounce your username, but Joaquin Phoenix receives praise for similar speech Brie Larson received hate for. That's a valid criticism. Everyone loves Joker. They love him, but he gave a speech at the BAFTA Awards that was a super woke speech.
Oh, well, dang.
So he's not getting criticized like Brie was. What's up with that? Equal opportunity.
I mean, we all know like that Joker was just such a more like woke criticism of society than like Captain America could ever like hope to be. So like, you know, it's way more woke when you tell it from like a man's perspective, especially like in like a time period when like, you know, like it was speculated that men were like the leading like income providers like in the home, and like even in like the framing where it's like he was mentally ill and like had a dependent mother that like, you know, he was still the provider. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, yeah, super woke, you know, because it's just like, it's so woke.
Joker
you know
was
like,
the wokest movie I've seen in a while, actually. And I liked it.
I'm just kidding.
No, but I liked it, though.
No, Joker actually really was like a fantastic like look at how society really kind of turns a blind eye or really just sweeps like mental illness and like it's lack of like not like lack of visibility, but just like that, and it's just like the real lack of energy to treat people who suffer from like, you know, more aggressive, you know, forms of mental illness. So no, it was definitely really great in that sense, where it's just like all the frustration with the system, you know, trying to find representation of like certain figures, you know, like everything was very spot on. I don't know. I think like the message just kind of like got like convoluted with like all the like incel panic that like surrounded like the initial release of Joker. So like, I don't know, like depends on, you know, what perspective you're looking at it from.
Mr. Random says BOP isn't woke though. That's what we're going to talk about later.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, has a pitch for us. Maybe I'll let him on. I want to hear this pitch. Or maybe,
pitch?
I don't know. All right, I'll send him a link for a little bit. This is mainly me and Boshti show, but we'll see what he's got. See what he's got to add. I'm going to send him a link. Griffin. Hold on. He's going hardcore on YouTube now. He's part of the Gray Order. So I sent you a link, Griffin. All right, so the CGH is here. I want to, you know what? I'm happy either way. I love the Matt Reeves Planet of the Apes trilogy that was recent. And if they do another one, I hope they do it right. I can wait a little bit though, because we got that so recently. I'm glad they at least got a trilogy done before Fox was taken over. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. What up, Obi-Wan Vlog?
What's up? Sorry,
Yova Rhodes. Thank you, Yova Rhodes. I appreciate
that. Hello. Let's see. Speaking of Joker, Robert defended Joker over Parasite a week ago. Now he watched the film, thus the hate died down, sort of. I don't know.
Oh, he has a review yet. I think we have to cover it because it's so. Hey, Yova
so
Rhodes.
woke.
Yeah, it's such a woke video.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, Yova Rods, we need your help with the girls with sabers because Boshti really wants to talk with them soon. So I know you're. I think you're a mod for their channel. I think.
Oh, wonderful.
So please. I am the source. I'm the source for a lot of stuff. I'm the source about
true.
Kathy Kennedy being fired, Ryan Johnson's trilogy being canceled, and I told everyone I'm the source. Was I right? A little bit. A little bit. Yes, there are too many balls in space. I actually want to see Spaceballs too, but in reality, can you imagine if they tried to put Spaceballs 2 in theaters?
Oh God,
that's
God
why they should
Max.
do it.
First of all, Max, you can't do this to me when I'm in the middle of like a very tight streaming schedule with Stream Junkies, Fanime, and like my own like nuclear like podcast.
Okay.
You got me so good because I was like, okay, well, I guess they're actually gonna make a sequel. I can't find it on the internet, but I have to go on the.
Well, now that I know I can have some more fun, yeah, give me some ideas to trick Boshti for the next episode.
So he was just like, no, it's cool. I guess we're just gonna like do a blind react to this, and he's gonna show me whatever he's got that is showing me that this is happening. And
now I know I can have even more fun with this series.
Oh my
with
goodness.
fake woke news.
That's super funny. No, because I was just like, okay, well, let's debate if she were in the film. First of all, get rid of all the planets.
Just jettison the balls right away.
Yeah, just just more holes. We need more black holes. All the holes.
No, don't say space holes. No. Oh my God. I just made videos about not getting too gross. Space hole. Oh my God. Oh great.
Oh my God. But something about a quasar. There we go. Yeah, that's cheers.
Levon Media asked, no, she says she hasn't. That would be a fun watch. I'll have to see if it's on. I'll let you guys know before Stream Junkies if it's. Hey, I think it's just us this Saturday for Stream Junkies.
I think so too. I mean,
so maybe we could watch Spaceballs and then talk about it because there's only 2 episodes left of Clone Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm already ahead of you guys because I got to 12 and there's only 13 episodes in season 6. So,
she's in James Bond too. This is breaking news.
What?
No.
I'm like, where is that comment? I'm like looking for. I'm like, where? Stop! You got too much going on and too little sleep. I'm just kidding. No, it's have fun, guys. I'm totally enjoying it.
All right.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at comments too.
Dead poop. We can't say your username without laughing, Dead poop.
It's true.
Brie Larson as Ahsoka just cause the fandom will go ape.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like good on that, like personally, like, but
I don't think they would do it because then they cover her up. They want to like, if you're getting Brie Larson, you want her.
Yeah, you want her front and center. You know what I'm saying? Like with some kind of like weird space helmet. You gotta have like, she's just gonna be like, she's gonna make a cameo and she's gonna be Jango Fett. There we go. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna make a cameo in season 7 as like Jango Fett. And she's gonna be the voice of Jango Fett. How about that?
All right. Akansa Jaiswal, hi. Revan could be anyone, Phobic Xena says.
Oh, true.
Oh no, don't say this, Silver. You will cause people. Oh my goodness.
What happened?
If they bring her back, bring Brie Larson, make her Mara Jade. Oh my goodness. YouTube would go crazy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
No, I'm just saying I don't know either, but I know the reaction would be like, no, everyone loves Mara Jade as much as they love Ahsoka.
Who would be your Mara Jade pick if you could pick a Mara Jade?
I don't know. I can't think of one. I'm not trying to think. Bryce Dallas Howard might be good. I don't know.
Bryce?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
I'm trying to think of a redhead, but it doesn't have to be, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oksana Jaiswal, again, what is your thoughts on the bat suit? I already know the answer, but go ahead, Boshti.
It lacks rubber nipples.
Yes, it's not woke enough. You gotta have nipples.
So, you have to have the nipples because we're free in the nipple in 2020. So like I need more bat nipple in this bat suit.
Firewater, what's good? Woke is not good. We're canceling the woke. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Don't you know when you go outside your door, you just get smacked in the face with woke. You can't even walk out in the door. You can't even go to your work in the morning.
Yeah, like literally, like by default, Max's show is super woke right now because it's literally a 50-50 split of like diversity. It's woke. It's super woke right now.
All right, let's get to the topics too. Man, the chat's banging. I can't keep up with the chat.
Phobixino says the new bat suit head is shaped like Dolph Lundgren's head. Savage.
All right.
That's savage.
Okay. So, have
okay.
you heard Jim Carrey has joined the Menace of Fandom with his comments in the interview? He's been a frequent critic of Donald Trump, but I think a lot of people are defending him, making a joke. I actually watched the interview. Now, keep in mind, when they're doing these interview junkets, they talk to so many people in a row. They're bound to say something stupid, the actor. They're just trying to be funny. He's trying jokes. So he said, she asked, what's on your bucket list? And he said, you. And it's over now, the interview. He didn't say the interview, but he's kind of joking, like saying that he likes her so much that she was on his bucket list and now it's over. Or maybe he was trying to save himself after he said it and not seem so sexual. There is very little moment, and it just is a one-off. I don't even think the reporter was that uncomfortable. So it's been going around the YouTube lately. I don't think there's much there. And give him a break, I think. But okay. Yeah. I want your thoughts.
No, I haven't even seen the interview. Oh, sorry, I was reading a Kansha Jaswal's camp. We're joking. We're making fun of
the woke police
of the YouTube. Woke policing. Sorry.
Yeah, policing woke.
Yeah,
woke patrol.
We're like, no, we're not saying that there's actually too much woke. We're having
fun
palling ya. We're joshing ya.
Yeah, everyone else gets to use Brie Larson in videos and thumbnails. I'm gonna do it too.
Heck yeah.
Why not?
No, I actually haven't seen the interview in question with Jim Carrey, but like, if it was like a junket, yeah, there is like a ton of, reporters like asking like multiple questions like at once. And for all we know, like he could have literally been just saying you, like acknowledging, like
no, it was a one-on-one.
Oh, it was?
She's a very energetic young reporter. And I guess he just liked her, like, oh, you're on my list.
Oh, okay.
But
well,
the perception is that people were upset with it because it could have been deemed
perceived
as a sexual comment.
Oh, well, I mean...
And you can't get that without actually seeing the context of the actual interview. The interview, it's slightly that way. I'm not going to lie. But it was slightly playful, and then he's like, and now it's over. He kind of fixed it right after by saying, you're on my list, and now it's over. Like having the interview.
That's like I said, I haven't seen it, like, so I don't really like know, but like again, like Jim Carrey has like literally for like several years now been like on a really like transcendental like path of like enlightenment, you know. And it kind of all started when he, you know, was doing Man on the Moon. And you know, so it doesn't really like, it doesn't really sound congruent like with who he has kind of been for the last like 4 or 5 years, for him to kind of like, you know, take a step back and like make like a like offhanded like, and what essentially could be misconstrued as like a sexually aggressive, you know, comment, you know. Like I think that he just and has been for a while, you know, just very open to connecting with people who are not like immediately like, you know, turned off by this new like kind of like guru-esque like sense that he, you know, has like adopted about himself. And yeah, he just looks to like connect with people. So it's like, me personally, like I don't like to rush to judgment, you know. And if it does seem kind of flirtatious and like, you know, he has like a history of, you know, kind of doing that with this particular person, like that's, you know, one thing. But like I said, like he's been in mourning for the loss of like, you know, his fiance, like due to suicide, you know, for quite some time now. So it just doesn't really seem, you know, yeah, like
I mean, I could play it if you want to see for yourself, but I don't think there's much there.
I mean, I'm sure that everybody would like to see. Would you guys like to see my reaction to the trailer? Why not? Let's check it out. Like
it's the interview. Let
or
me see.
interview, sorry.
All right. Jim Carrey.
Silver Hollow Prime says Star Wars Theory. Yes, he is starting to shoot the second part of his fan film. I did see that he was doing casting for Mace Windu, I believe. So.
All right, it's on ET Canada, I think.
Interesting.
All right, so I'll share it. So we'll watch it together. Let's find out together. We're kind of like taking the the talking points on YouTube about woke, anti-woke, examining each side, giving a fair and balanced view, and see if there's anything there, or if it's just the clickbait, making mountains out of molehills when there's nothing really there. So let's give an examination. I was going to do the Robert Storms tonight, but let's bring up the Jim Carrey interview.
Yeah,
it's not
I'm kind of interesting. Yeah, or interested.
Yeah, see if you think it was he went past the line or whatever. Hold on. Now where is it? Oh, here it is. Did I share the audio? Yeah. All right, can you guys see? Let me make it bigger. Make it bigger. And I got to take the volume off. All right.
Film Sonic has a bucket list, and I was wondering, after all you've done in your career and in your life, is there anything still left on your bucket list?
Just you.
Wow.
That's it. It's all done now.
I don't know what to say to that.
Just own it.
Okay, I'm owning it now.
All right, so that's about it. That's what people have been talking about. What do you think?
So like
a little bit playful.
I'm
a little bit on the edge.
Processing. Yeah, like it's a little, it was a little flirtatious, but like she also did an appear as like young as like a lot of people like that, like the way that people were making the seem as it was like a 19-year-old girl like that, you know, was getting hit on but Big just says so I think it was playful and flirty, but in this particular like professional atmosphere, in my opinion, yeah, it was out of line. Like, you just, it's like, he cleaned it up, cool, but it's just like, if you have to clean it up, you probably shouldn't say it. Like, that's like all the like basic like HR training that I've like ever gotten, you know? So it's just like, again, like, the optics aren't that great. So he should have just maybe known better. But like, am I gonna cancel, Jim Carrey over it? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless he just continues to make a habit out of like, pushing boundaries.
I think he kind of like, it just came. So, his type of humor though, he kind of like says things all the time. He's improv.
Yeah,
so
he's a very odd man. Like, I don't, like, I will, that is a given.
Here's my reaction. My reaction is like, and that's like, okay. I didn't like it, but it's like not anything to harp on, I don't think. Me personally.
Like, if I would say, basically, like, if I had said that, like, to you, it'd be super cringe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I, like, were in an interview environment with Adam Driver and, like, he were like, what's something that's, like, on your bucket list? And I was just like, doing you.
Well, here.
Now.
I'm glad
you know what I mean?
Glad you mentioned that. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot on the community here say there is a double standard and that ladies could get away with it now, but men cannot.
No, I literally, if it were, because, okay, so here's a fun story. Don't you guys love story time with me? Last time it involved an Incubus concert. The next time,
please don't go there.
We're not. No, not that kind of story.
You kind of scared me. You kind of scared me last time. I was like, okay.
No, it's fine. Everybody lived. No, I met Paul Rudd. A long time ago. I was an assistant manager for It's Sugar. It's a really popular candy store franchise, like out here on the West Coast. Maybe some of you guys over on the East Coast know about it. Long story short, Paul Rudd came in, buying last minute gifts for, like his kids. And like, the conversation between Paul Rudd and I, like, it belonged in a Judd Apatow film, like, as an example for, like, just absolute, just pregnant awkwardness. You know what I mean? Just, like, so, he checks out, and I'm at the register, and I realize who he is, and I am completely stunned. And he's like, he's like, hi, what's the total? And I'm like, you're Paul Rudd. And he's like, yes, I am. He's like, did you see that on the card? And I'm like, no, you were Paris and Romeo and Juliet. You were wonderful. And he was just like, you're too young to know that film. How old are you? And I was really hungover when this particular exchange went down, and I just immediately just started crying. Just immediate response was to just start crying, because I was just like, I'm too young to like know that you're great. I was just like, I love you so much. You're so talented. He's like, thank you. Are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm fine. And like, my manager had to just, basically just move me into the back room and just like shove me like into a closet and just like apologize to Paul Rudd. And he's like, is she gonna be okay? And I heard him say like, is she gonna be okay? And so I just weep like, like super loud, like where he could, hear me. And my manager is like, she'll be fine. We just need to get her together. It's fine. Your total is 300 something, blah, blah, blah. Like, please go away. Don't tell anybody that this happened. Oh my God. So it's just like, that was a horrific exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that had played out in a film, it would be just a nightmare to watch. And it's just like, in a professional setting, like, in no way is that acceptable. I should have been fired, like, literally, for being hungover, for outing the fact that he was like a very big celebrity. He had already starred in Ant-Man at this point.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, so he was a big deal. And so, yeah, I'm just like, you know, kind of day drunk and just like, oh my God, you were Paris. Yeah. So it's just like, in a professional sense, you know, roles reversed, like, completely unacceptable. Like, I was a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
For radio. If I had said something like that to somebody that I was interviewing, I would have been pulled aside. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it really stunk because the standard was like, basically I had to combat advances more than I could ever make.
I think
in advance.
I agree with your points there, but I also think we have to give the opportunity, benefit of the doubt, that's just like a one-off or a bad moment, and then see if it's repetitive. You know, like you said,
I don't think he.
All right.
Basically, it's just like, it's not like what is his name? The guy that he's in Thor Ragnarok, and he's like, help me, guys, Jeff Goldblum. You know, it's not like, you know, like how he kind of like plays into the whole, like, him being like a zaddy, you know, and he's like well into his 50s, and like 19-year-old girls are like, oh my God, it's zaddy Jeff Goldblum. You know, like, that's like super cringe. Like, I get like a little creeped out. You know, it's not like, I'm not looking at it from like the same lens as that, because it's like Jim Carrey doesn't, you know, he's not out and about and like isn't doing something like that.
Yeah. All right, so we should move on to another topic, because we still got to watch this famous Robert Storms video, and I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to try my hardest not to laugh at him, because I don't want him to feel bad, but it qualifies for this series. I have to cover it.
Okay.
And then here's this isn't actually that Umbrella Guy video. Brie Larson as Indiana Jones, and Birds of Prey blame men for their failure. This is like Clownfish TV or something. I watched a little bit of it. I don't know much about the YouTubers, and the video wasn't that bad. It's just the thumbnail was kind of like, that's definitely clickbait. I don't know. He said sparkles take over if there's a man and woman in that channel. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Oh my God.
But Brie Larson is in the Umbrella Man. He is really trying hard to get that click. Saying Brie Larson is Indiana Jones. It's a speculating video that Kathy Kennedy wants Brie Larson as Indiana Jones. Oh, well, what's your thoughts on that? Do you want to see that? I don't think that'll ever happen.
Oh, what? Brie Larson is Indiana Jones?
Yeah, Brieanna Jones.
Yeah, that's fine. Just Indy, you know, just Indy Jones.
Okay.
Indy Jones 2022.
Oh no. Well, maybe you'll do that for your next episode next week.
Oh yeah, that's what we'll cover.
But I think we have to comment on this. Are Birds of Prey in the Access media blaming men for the failure of Birds of Prey box office? Are they blaming men? What are your thoughts there? I think you might have more prepared for this topic.
Are they blaming men for failure? No. I don't think this film was really ever intended for men. So I can't really say that they're, you know, blaming the failure on a film that wasn't like really supposed to be a part of the target audience.
Maybe you haven't watched the videos. Here's the spin of the YouTubers and the that because of the woke marketing with Ewan McGregor saying against misogyny, that they went there with the marketing, that the audience that's tired of being called racist, misogynist, homophobic, didn't want to show up, or like even the costuming went different way, then let's be honest. I'm gonna say it. Some guys want to see her like she was in Suicide Squad. Is that fair? I don't think that's exactly fair either. I think she looked fine, but that's part of the argument is they woked up her outfit instead of the Suicide Squad Harley. That's actual talking point, and men just might not be interested in a. I don't know. I'm trying to give you what. This isn't my thoughts. This is the argument.
I'm just like, I don't even like know like where to start, man, because it's just like it's not a woke film. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the biggest mistake that Birds of Prey made was just having women lead in it. You know, if it had been a Black Mask, you know, one shot, and basically Ewan McGregor had been the forefront, and like it had been really dark, and like all the like torture had been like really, you know, like the forefront of all of it, and then, you know, they had some little squad that was gonna try to like take it down because they just wanted to really like stick it, you know, to the system, you know, like that would have been them essentially like making a film for the DC audience. And like I just like, there's so much cleavage. Like there's literally like, she's in a cutout like bodysuit at like a nightclub with like under boob. There's literally like a chase scene where it's her apprehending. Oh, sorry, spoilers, everybody, if you haven't seen it.
I haven't either. Look at the box office. No, I had to go there.
But
spoiler warning.
I will say just most of the spoilers I'm going to say are in the trailers. So, but there is a chase scene to apprehend like a young girl, and it's like all the sprinklers are on and she's in a white t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like they definitely play up like pretty typical like sexual tropes like in this film, but this film's biggest mistake was a lack of commitment, you know, to its initial marketing strategy, which was that it was a breakup film. You know, because it's like, I like went back, you know, because like you said, I just did a takeaway video, you know, for it. And if you go back and look at like all the trailers, like, you know, the first trailer with like a voiceover is literally like Harley talking about how this is Mr. J and I broke up, and it looks like I'm not the only woman in Gotham that's looking for a little emancipation. You know what I'm saying? If they had just like, you know, committed to that abandonment, you know, of like really paying any homage to like really concrete, you know, storylines containing, you know, Birds of Prey from like the comics or, you know, like animated series, and really it just stuck to just creating like a really good like breakup film, you know, and just went with that, you know, I think it would have been far more successful. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think they just messed up. Like they competed with Sonic, you know, it's Super Bowl weekend. Yeah, I'm saying like, I think they had like the right idea in the sense that they were trying, you know, to figure out like, oh, well, it kind of looks like majority, like we marketed to women by accident. They're probably not going to have like a whole lot going on, you know, during the Super Bowl weekend. So, you know, we'll just drop this movie and like, we'll just see what happens, you know, because it came out February 7th, you know, like there was so much opportunity in the marketing that was the biggest mistake that they made. There was nothing, you know, about it being like over woke, you know what I'm saying? Because like everybody's a criminal in this film. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no politics here. You know, everybody is like, I'm sorry, but everybody's like a schmuck. Like, just there's just different degrees of schmuck. Like nobody has their hands clean in this film, and so
I'm
it's
sorry,
just
like villains. There's gonna be misogynists as villains. It's realistic. But I wanted to get to Bianca's fights the zombies comment here.
Oh, where
Because
is it?
this is the argument that woke
Oh,
keeps
Charlie's
failing.
Angels.
Birds of Prey,
Terminators.
Ghostbusters, Ocean's 8, Terminator. He's saying this is the argument. Chicks don't sell tickets. I think when it's done right.
See, here's the thing. Like, this film was framed kind of like an Ocean's, you know, like a heist film. You know what I'm saying? And that was the mistake. It's like they tried to market this film as like an action chick flick in a, you know, environment that really doesn't want action chick flicks right now. It's just like, it's a very like conflicted topic. So it's just like, again, that's why I keep saying like they should have just continued with the narrative that this is a breakup film, because I think it really would have like sparked the interest of it's just like, okay, well, like how, like what happens when like two really shitty people, you know, that are like the two most notorious villains in like Gotham City, like what does that mean when they break up? Like, you know, so that's a far more like interesting like meta study, I think, than just like trying to sell the like girl power chick flick. Like I would just much rather.
Here's my take on all these movies that he's mentioning. There's lots of reasons they failed. I don't think it was because of the women. Charlie's Angels, even the original show, was kind of girl power. So if you're going to try woke and you want to bring it in the modern age, there's some woke ladies. So why not try there? The main thing there was the star power wasn't there. I mean, the one actress was just coming off Aladdin as Jasmine.
Yeah.
And Kristen Stewart just is not what she used to be as bringing in the audience. After a few years ago, she just lost it. She just dropped off. She just doesn't bring in the people. To me, she doesn't have the star power she once had.
Mm-hmm.
There might be various reasons for that. There might be people that don't like some of her political commentary outside of movies too. That are just, I mean, that's honest. She just doesn't have the star power like who was in the other remake? Drew Barrymore, and they were at the height of their careers at that time. I forget the other actress's name. When something about Mary, and
are you talking about, what is her name? Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz, and then she's in a TV show now, Elementary, Sherlock or something. I forget her name. It was the third angel. But they just, the star power wasn't there, I think. Ghostbusters, they got to a point where they're obviously excluding men for the team. Maybe you could say that about the original Ghostbusters, and then messing with the history of the OG characters rubbed people the wrong way. And I didn't think the film was horrible. I didn't think it was great though either. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, like I just think like Charlie's Angels, that was a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the one with like Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a period piece. It was a comedy, like action comedy of its time. It really, it wouldn't work outside of the period that it was created. There's no, it's not going to translate now. You know what I'm saying? Ghostbusters, again, cult classic, didn't really need to be remade, you know, like playing up like the femme, like, or, you know, the gender bender tropes, you know what I'm saying? Like the Terminator thing, like Sarah Connor's, you know, backstory is like really interesting, but Terminator's got its own problems to fix, you know, with its own franchise.
The franchise stunk that one, not just.
Yeah, it's not just the
woke marketing,
you know, the priority of the storytelling, you know, no, it's just,
basically there's like 3 different sequels to Terminator 3. And people are sick of it, and they never continue it. They're like, okay, we're going to reboot it again. That's the problem. I don't think it's that they were trying to sell it to women. And here's where I'll bring up Bianca, and I want to have Bianca on the show. Bianca Fights the Zombies in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where I think you're completely wrong. No, they were really good in Birds of Prey, the action parts.
Yeah, the
really
action
good.
Sequences were really good.
Very believable. I mean, not believable that would happen in reality, but
and again, like I said, that this film, Birds of Prey, was not an action film. It just had action sequences. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it was a story about criminals, you know, doing criminal things. So, you know, if there's opportunity for action, you know, to contribute to the storyline, like, why not? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, again, this film should have been marketed as like, you know, as a romantic comedy instead of like or a dark romantic comedy more than it should have been. Like,
to me, the first half of the film was as much fun as Deadpool. It was like a ladies' version of Deadpool, and then the end.
Do you remember how brilliant the marketing for Deadpool initially was, though?
Yeah,
because he did the exact same thing. He's like, this isn't an action film, this is a love story.
Yeah.
And he literally released it on Valentine's Day to capitalize. Like, so it's just like, we know that formula already works. So it's just like, DC could have borrowed it, literally slapped Happy Single Awareness Day, literally, which is the day after Valentine's Day on the 15th, push the release date back another week.
They should have like breaking the fourth wall marketing too with Margot Robbie in character.
Because she already did in the trailer. She broke the fourth wall. So it's just like, again,
they missed opportunity. The marketing was horrible.
It was just a lack of commitment to the initial marketing strategy. It was just like, and I get it, because it's like they made so many changes to the story and they really had to save it, like in the editing, essentially, is what a lot of the rumors that I hear, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they didn't really know like what the direction of the film was, but it's like, I'm sorry, like they had a cutoff and a, you know, in a send-in date. So it's just like, one watch through that film would have told you
it's
everything
also
that you needed.
It's also kind of it's also kind of anchored to the original DCE movies that they're not making anymore, because it still has her, but they're not going to have Jared Leto's Joker. And I'm not saying you necessarily need him in the movie, but for like flashbacks and scenes, it would have added if they did flashbacks to add to the story of the breakup, or just not a lot. But, and then also the absence of, we don't know what Batman's going to be in this universe too. So she's continuing without the old Suicide Squad too. It's odd. They're keeping her and no one else. And then she's going to be in the new Suicide Squad. So it's the confusion there too for the general public is like, where does this fit in with the other movies and how is she continuing? It's odd. That's all.
Sorry, I was looking at a marketing strategy. Number 1, do not insult your consumers. I don't think anybody was insulted, you know.
I think they were saying about Ewan McGregor's comments.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the thing. And I also like I went into this film with the framing that this was kind of like essentially like a Harley Quinn like fever dream. You know what I'm saying? Like this was her very like conceptualized perception on reality. So it's just like, again, like the misogyny, you know, and you do again like get hints of that, like especially where she, you know, there's the cutaway scenes where she like does like Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and like all of these like hints where it's just like this is all kind of going on like inside of her head, like as she's experiencing it. So yeah, I just want to like put that out there first. And it's just like, as far as like Ewan McGregor's like framing as like the misogyny factor, I think he just really lacked the opportunity to develop like on his commitment to his character's like absolute like psychopathy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people were saying that he was homosexual, and I don't necessarily like 100% like agree that he was. I mean, he definitely he definitely had elements where it like seemed like he was pansexual, but I think it was more just about like the power dynamic where he was using sex just again as like another weakness, like to exploit, you know what I'm saying, as much as torture, fear, you know, intimidation or whatsoever. So it's like I think he should have just really focused on how it was such a good, with the help of Chris Messina as like a foil. He was fabulous as Zaz. They together were the best, or just not the best, but one of the best in a long time demonstrations, like visually, of, you know, like a truly psychopathic villain, you know, and what like villainy that is psychopathic looks like. And then you have the desensitization of Harley, who's been conditioned to this kind of violence. So as horrifying as it is for us to witness through her gaze, she's already really used to it, you know, because this is just a drop in the bucket, you know, for
I think the first half with the Black Mask and Zaz was better than the second half. I thought they were going there with the teens. It was intense. And then the end of the film fell off.
His paranoia just got the better of him. And I think that's what they were trying to demonstrate, is it's that, you know, in some parts, Zaz was really running the show. And that was kind of the fun dynamic, is it's like, again, they lacked a little bit of commitment to that towards the end. So I could definitely like see where you're coming from. But yeah, they just really should have stuck with the guessing game of like, you know, who's really pulling the strings here? Is it Black Mask? Is it Zaz? Is it like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like he's literally enabling him, you know, so strategically, and he's going out of his way so much to demonstrate this to Black Canary, like through the film, that he's just like, he's not the one you need to be worried about, bitch. Excuse my language. I am, you know. So it's like
Bianco's Fights the Zombies is actually, he's given up the arguments. These are the actual arguments being made in videos.
Birds of Prey,
not just the men. People want to see people being sexy. I can agree to a point.
I thought that, like, I don't know, like, I thought that Ewan McGregor and Chris Messina's like chemistry, I thought it was really sexy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Black Canary, when she was singing, I was like, wow.
Dude, yeah, she I guess it's like, I don't know how to, like, I saw a lot of sex, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the deep cutness of like the suits, you know, that like Black Canary was, you know, wearing. I mean, like, I don't think they're gonna like sex up like Rosie Perez. Like, I don't see that necessarily happening, you know. They're not gonna sex up Cass because she's like an 11-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like I said, like, she's in Harley Quinn is in a cutout bodysuit and like tiny shorts and like really sexy clothes. Like, it's the stuff that you would see like at like nightclubs. So I'm like really confused by like what they wanted. Like, if I feel like it would be more modest for her to be in like the full bodysuits with, you know, like the weird, you know, like Harlequin cuffs and stuff, you know, than what she was actually seen like wearing throughout the film.
What people were missing too, her overly sexy was part of her image when she was with the Joker too. So she wanted to try something different. That was actually part of the storyline. She's like, I gotta switch it up. So she's not gonna wear the same short shorts. I know some guys are gonna want to see those short shorts. Yeah, you have Suicide Squad, you have the comics, but that was also part of that was played into the story too.
Yeah, and it's like, that's the thing, is it's just like and I actually kind of talked about this in my takeaway video too, is it's like part of Harley's role as, you know, the hand, essentially to Joker's, master plan is that she was like a sex object. Like very early in the film, she's used to like sweeten it, like what is it, like a drug deal, like to Common, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sorry, like she was just in like a tiny little like metallic, like shrug, dress, and it's just like that's the same kind of stuff that she had on like in this film. So I'm just like really confused at like what people really wanted, her to wear, because the story isn't about, using sex to essentially carry out like the Joker's, grand schemes, because she's free of that now. So
She's
it's
not,
just like,
I mean, it would
yeah,
be,
like,
you know what? Here's the honest thing. If she appeared exactly like she appeared in Suicide Squad, it would even be more odd, because she'd be
yeah,
wearing a shirt that says Daddy's Little Monster.
and that's not who she, that's like,
That's
that's
not-
not
that's
what
not-
the story is.
Right,
Like it just doesn't make,
She's not Daddy's Little Monster anymore.
no, she's literally, her goal, and she makes it very clear, like she writes it out on a business card. Like she's just like, she wants to be on her own. She's a bounty hunter. She's an assassin. She's like, I can't remember like the 3 other like really like messy things that she wrote on the card, but it's just like, that's what she's doing these days. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to like just be an extension of the Joker's identity anymore. Like she has to create her own, and it's like, it's a really opportune like segue, if they want to pick up the Sirens later, you know what I'm saying, like many years later, we get left with enough that she could literally have been working this whole time to establish like that opportunity.
I disagree with you, Bianca. I think it failed because my personal opinion, like Boshti said, the marketing was horrible. If you have a movie like Deadpool, do the marketing like Deadpool, do all kinds of ads and magazines, breaking the fourth wall, her in character, silly commercial collabs where they could get promotion. And that exact sex appeal in Suicide Squad. Listen, I think we have to realize too, yes, sexiness in comics is a thing, and I think you should have that too. I think there's a time and place for it. But as an actor or an actress, if you want to be taken seriously, do they want to be running around in short shorts the whole time? It can mix it up. And plus, it was attached to that character and that version of Joker, so it would even be more confusing that the Joker's not in it and that she is no longer Daddy's Little Monster. It doesn't make sense. Do you want an outfit that's just as sexy as that? She's fresh off a breakup, too.
Yeah. She's a mess. Like,
right.
That's the point that they're trying to, like, drive home here. She doesn't have an identity right now. She's just, like, she's trying to put all of those bits and pieces, together. And it's like, what does she have? She was a respectable psychiatrist, and then she went, full mental, and, took a dip, for the Joker, and then she was that. And then, we don't like,
let's get really deep and really real here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, some comic fans, I'm not saying everyone, might actually like her being submissive into the Joker and like the Joker, and they don't want her to break free too. That's another part of this, because that's part of the story. But some I'm not saying all, some comic fans might like a submissive Harley and not like an outgoing and breaking away on her own Harley. They like her to be submissive because she's submissive to Joker in that relationship. He dominates her in her whole life.
Here's the thing. It's like, this film isn't like so much like a DC film. This isn't a film for like DC fans so more like as it is like a film for Batman fans. Let me like make that like very clear. You know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, so sorry, I just like kind of blinked. Sorry.
All right, I do it all the time.
But this film seems to me, like a very natural evolution of everything that happened to Harley Quinn in Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, if there's ever a time to tell this story, it's gonna be now. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, morality being questionable isn't gender specific. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gender specific in films anymore. You know what I'm saying? Villains are not just men. You know, bad guys are not just guys anymore. You know, like, villainy is, you know, intersectional.
I
So
know more
it's
like
just
more like no hard to know. "Kiss by Rose," the best Batman song. I like the U2 one.
facts.
Oh, you like that's your favorite one?
That is my favorite.
It is a good song. I have
It
to go
makes me
back.
think of Pizza Hut every time
I remember
hear
that one and the U2, and then in the film Batman Forever, I really liked when Jim Carrey's there as the Riddler and they play the Flaming Lips, the Boss at Your Job song. I love that song. You know that song?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
But yeah, so that's basically like my whole thing is, it's just like, I think they really just marketed too big. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tried to get DC films, and, you know, they really just should have got people who were just like general like Batman fans, because it's like, if you really think about it, like, the natural progression, you know, just like from like a, you know, like, if you watch the TV show, if you read the comics and then stopped, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch any of like those like one shot like films that they did, you know, that were animated, if you only watch like the Batman movies like from the 90s until now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, at some point there has to be like, she's got to hit a saturation point, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, or he's gonna kill her. You know, it's just, it has to happen, you know, one of two ways. You know, it's not, nobody is just gonna continue to take.
I really think half the problem here, to be completely transparent, is guys' version of Joker. Not all guys, and the ladies might be a little bit different. They like that little sexy relationship of the, "Hey Puddin', hey Mr. J," you know, all this, you know, going after Joker's every needs, being submissive to him. And then the other version of Harley in the comics, she's going out on her own, and even relationship with Poison Ivy. It's different. There's two different versions of Harley, and some want one and the others. That's part of the problem.
Stories by Irish is right. And I'm also going to address Bianca. She says antagonists are not intersectional. They are 90% white. I'm sorry. I meant to say becoming more intersectional, because I'm sorry, like, there's Hustlers that just came out. I mean, there's been, I think, like I'm blanking. Sorry. I just, like, you're right. You're absolutely right. But it is becoming more common. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there was a female villain in the Batman trilogy, like with Bane. Essentially, it was what's her face that was pulling the street. No, I'm talking about Christian Bale's Batman.
Oh,
yeah,
Catwoman, and that was Anne Hathaway.
The other one, who was with Bane. There's tons. I'm just saying, like, female villains are becoming, you know, more visible, you know, like in the last decade. But what Irish was saying, can you put her comment back up?
This one or the other one?
The one before it. No, she's right. There was a split moment, and that's how the Sirens, you know, that's how she, you know, she meets up with Poison Ivy in jail. Like, no, it's like literally like one of my favorite, you know, story plots in the comic series. I'm gonna buy the hardback of that particular, you know, storyline.
Oh, I did a comic book hunt today. I'll have to release it tomorrow. But my wife got all the comics. We were going to do a budget of 2 each, and she went crazy. And I'm like, okay, I'll read them after you. So you'll have to see what comics she picked up.
I will. And I agree. Like, I don't understand, like, why they would freak out, because it's just like, if they're trying to cater to a male audience, I feel like, you know, Uma Thurman's, you know, Poison Ivy was like the perfect example of just like the male gays in like DC. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think there's room for everything.
I think those dynamics, like meeting to like Uma Thurman, I think is too old now, but man, like that would have been really fun to see Margot Robbie and Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy play out like on stage. Or on film screen. That'd be hot. Let's see here. I'm gonna read some of these other comments.
All right. I think we could actually talk about this for another hour. So this was a good story to start. We could continue it on your. You got to keep people wanting more. You got to cut them off.
Yeah, no. I'm actually the video will be out tomorrow, so everybody can go check out that on my channel.
And I gotta bring up your channel for the chat. Stories buyers.
Yeah.
Can you link her channel because people got to sub for next week because this series is hot. It's real hot. And look how much conversation we're getting. You don't get this many places on YouTube. We're actually dissecting the arguments, woke against anti-woke or not woke or whatever. We're going through
woke enough.
Yeah. But should we do it? I gotta hear you in the chat. Let me know if we should react to the Oscars go.
Oh God!
Do you not want to, Boshti?
We can do it. I just don't even know who this guy is. But
I know who he is. I'm sub to him.
Oh my Lord! Let's check it out.
All right, should we do it? I think we have to. Okay, do it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying yes.
And I did not see. Save the drama for your mama. What? Yes, sub to Boshti.
Please.
All right. Yes, I think we're going to have to watch it. Let me get this off here. And I don't want to make fun of him, but it might be actually hilarious.
Let's just see what happens. Let's see
it's only 5 minutes, so it's not a long one. All right, share screen. Hold on. Make sure I do the audio. Oscar goes full woke. I did not watch this. I've heard it was... I heard all kinds of stuff about this, but I just did not see it yet. All right. Okay, let's do this.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. If you're new to the channel or if you're a repeat viewer, do me a huge favor.
Oh boy.
Subscribe button. I would appreciate it if you do, but hit that like button. That's more important because the more times people hit that like
they did not hit it this time. They did not hit it. The worst part is he sets it up at the beginning so bad. Remember to hit because he actually made a lot of money on this video. So this just goes to show you that we're part of the problem. We're part of the problem, and we're making it part of. We're doing it too right now. We're doing it. We're part of the problem right now.
Oh my God.
More exposure, and I really want this video to get the exposure because
he wants it.
I'm a little bit upset. So I just got done watching the Oscars, something I do every year with my buddy Adam, Filmmaster Adam.
Would.
And Parasite won Best Picture. Here's the problem I have with Parasite winning Best Picture. It already was nominated and won for Best Foreign Film.
So all right. I gotta pause it.
Okay.
I gotta pause it every once in a while. So it's transformative. This is YouTube 101. You gotta pause, rewind, all this stuff. Okay.
So if film is the equivalent to Best Picture
foreign
film, why is it then allowed to be nominated for Best Picture? Can someone explain that to me?
So can you explain it to me?
No. Because I don't care. I haven't watched the Oscars in years.
They could be nominated for other categories. It's not Best American Feature Film. It's Best Film, Best Picture.
Yeah, it's just so what if it's a twofer? Get over it.
I actually want to see Parasite. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. Oh, maybe we should cover it for Stream Junkies.
I'd have to buy it though, man. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
It isn't like the Oscars has Best Picture and Best United States Film. Right? It's we don't have two chances to win a movie, right? Like Joker 1917, Ford versus Ferrari, Marriage Story, they didn't have 2 chances to win an Oscar. It was Best Picture and Best Picture only. It wasn't Best U.S. Film, Best Foreign Film, then Best Picture, right? But no, Parasite had the chance to win Best Foreign Film and Best Picture. So why, like, I don't get it. There's a reason why they made the Best Animated category. Because Beauty and the Beast was nominated for Best Picture, and then the Oscars decided we're going to make its own little category, which I'm okay with, to be honest with you. So why do we have Best Foreign Film, yet these movies are then qualified to enter Best Picture? True.
Okay. Because it's very rare for a Best Foreign Film to also actually win Best Picture. It's to recognize great films that you might not know about and bring recognition to it. And every once in a while, a film is so great that it breaks that divide and also gets noticed for the Best Picture. And that's why people are talking about this movie, and I want to see it. Now, the Joker spoke to me because of my mental illness and my family history. So it's more personal to me. Mm-hmm. So I would have loved to see that to win. But in a lot of people's eyes, it's just not that, especially in the Academy. Do I think the Academy Awards has problems? Yes. I don't think this is one of them. It very rarely happens that a Best Foreign Film also wins Best Picture. I think the last time was it Life is Beautiful or something? I don't remember. Years ago.
I don't remember. I just sorry, I'm just like reading the comments. No, I want to see it. Like Joker, to me, like it was a really good film. I really respect everything that Joaquin Phoenix, committed to. I really love like how he really kind of like carried like the cringiness like of that character like with him like at every like press opportunity, like I think my favorite interview is him when he's on Jimmy Kimmel and he goes, "You're awful, Jimmy." And Jimmy Kimmel like genuinely looks like terrified for like 0.2 seconds, and it's hilarious. It's just like I loved his commitment. I love how he played around with the marketing. I'm saying like I loved his commitment to the research, of certain mental, illnesses to really like flesh out, who the character would be in his own mind. But the film did lack certain plot qualities, and I just don't think that it was as compelling.
If you have to single out one thing, it was Joaquin's performance that put that ahead of the directing even. I mean, the directing was good, but I mean, I think he won for Best Actor, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
And that's, to me, like, I just, it couldn't. Oh, Parasite says, or Phobix, Parasite is a damn good movie. I can't wait to see it. I think I'm gonna watch it tonight. Like, you guys me like super hype about it.
I might rent it on streaming.
Yeah.
So if I do, we can talk about it on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, let's finish this. This isn't as good as I thought it was gonna be.
He's just whining. No offense, he has his right.
Because it's foreign doesn't mean it's the best picture. That's fine. But out of everybody in the United States of the motherfucking America, how many people actually fucking seen Parasite? Can someone please raise your goddamn hand and tell me, for the love of Christ, how many fucking people in the United States of motherfucking America saw Parasite?
We know you didn't.
Okay? I don't know what Parasite is. I don't give a shit about Parasite.
I know what parasites are. There's a lot on YouTube.
Bro, he is
there's a lot on YouTube.
Out.
There's now it's getting hot. Now it's getting hot. Yeah, there's a lot of parasites on social media crying about woke for everything. So he doesn't know what a parasite is. I'm sorry. I can't. I gotta step back. Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's spend it. That was a great pause moment. Wasn't it a great pause moment?
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going Mad Men in this episode, but he is.
Yeah, he's bringing the heat.
It won Best Foreign Film. You know why? Because it's a goddamn foreign film. Joker, and look, I don't care if Joker didn't win. I wanted to win, but it could have been Once Upon a Time in
You
Hollywood,
do care. You're so mad.
1917, Ford v Ferrari, Little Wing. I don't give a shit. But fucking Parasite, who won Best Foreign Film, Best Director, Best Picture. I'm sorry, if you won Best Foreign Film, you should automatically be invalid to even be qualified to win Best Picture.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
I hate that. Thanks, I hate it. Keep going. Let's go.
You should. And it pisses me off because Joker, let's talk about Joker. Okay, look at United States of America right now. What is more important to our culture than the Joker? About a movie that talks about mental illness not being taken seriously, about how people in high places look down and frown upon the poor, the poverty, and people with mental illness.
God,
how we
pause.
can take this more seriously.
Okay.
So let's talk about it.
Okay, right about mental, right there.
So let's talk about the fact that like it is that our country has like a real issue, like it's a domestic issue with treating and researching ways to improve the lives of those who suffer chronic mental illness, right?
Yes.
So, again, domestic issue. Not every country can relate because, like, again, they recognize that mental illness is an affliction of the human condition. They research it, they treat it, they don't make a big old like stinking debate about it. You know what I'm saying? But the spread of like a parasite or like a disease or like a pandemic, which I think is like the general topic of this film, that's relatable no matter where you're going to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that is something that I think is a little more relevant than, Joker's exploration about the exploration of mental illness. Because even though it was a really good look at it, it wasn't as explorative, I'm saying, as people are making it out to be. And it lacked writing strength to really give it the like exposition that it needed to,
Well, here's a point that I want to make. Okay, Levon's Media, Rob is right about mental illness, though. So if you agree with Robert Storms on this point, you're putting social commentary as a reason for winning Best Picture and social justice ahead of quality of a film. So then he's saying it's talking about a hard issue. We're talking about the quality of the film, not about what social commentary it offers. I agree, it's an important film for that, but you're putting that ahead of the quality of the picture is everything that YouTubers against the woke are arguing about. Don't put that ahead of quality. Don't push that ahead of everything else. Just because you like the social commentary in this particular film, that doesn't mean it's better than another film that doesn't have that social commentary. It's Best Picture. It's not Best Social Commentary. That's everything you don't want, is what I've heard. Oh, thanks, Daddy. Thanks, Daddy. But we got. Yeah. I was saying, me and Marie were handling your channel in Boshti yesterday. So thanks for coming in.
Oh, I was just going to say, Irish just comment mental health is an epidemic worldwide, which I agree with. It's not just America, which I also agree with. I've watched videos from others being treated worse than I understand that, but mine is more coming from a perspective that it's a commentary on the health system as like a whole. I think it's, comparatively in other countries, the ability to get treatment is far easier than it is, to get healthily diagnosed here in the United States, and for it to be not such a cost interruption that you literally have to choose food over care. I'm saying, like, there are other countries that are comparable to the United States where this issue isn't as prevalent, but the spread of, you know, disease, you know what I'm saying, is like a really hot topic, you know, internationally because of business, because it's just, I can see why it would get both best picture and, or I'm sorry, best film and foreign film, because it's less of a hot button issue. Because again, there is still like a really big perception in the United States where it's like you can will mental illness away. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there, we need to kind of work. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading her responses. But yeah, so
we should finish, and then we'll get to closing comments, and then
because
I want to end at an hour 30. I want to keep it at an hour.
Oh yeah,
30.
I got you.
Serious. Yeah. But no, forget all these fucking social problems that Joker touched upon. Let's have a better woke agenda, and let's go full fucking woke, and let's give Parasite, the first fucking thing they said, Parasite, the first foreign language movie to ever win Best Picture.
Oh, it is the first.
Pat yourself on the fucking back, Academy. Go pat your woke ass fucking self on the fucking back. I am sorry. This is fucking ludicrous. It's fucking asinine. I can't believe this shit. And again, I wanted Joker to win.
I didn't know it was the first, but man, I'm getting a little disgusted now. I don't know if I want to finish, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to just end it? You just want? I think we get the gist.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like it's just like I get it. Like on a politics thing, it's like it's less of a hot button issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can get why they would, you know, make that, you know, particular choice. Like when it comes down to the visibility politics, like that is the best political calculus. You know, in my opinion, I don't have anything to do with the Oscars. Again, like I've boycotted them since, you know, 2015.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen one in 5 years. So yeah, I don't know. But like
that might be for next week. I want to hear about that. Save it for next week.
What, boycotting the Oscars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can save that for next week for sure.
Okay, I'd like to hear more about that.
Yeah.
Your fellow boycotter. But for different all right. Let me see. What? Thanks, Daddy. Thanks for the support, man.
What did he say?
Said that we're late to the party on that video.
Whatever. Don't be rude.
Yeah. He's become a troll while he's out of town. We see how much his parents are bothering him in the hotel room.
Oh my goodness. Don't take it out on us.
Hey, no, don't take it out on us, Daddy. We're gonna talk to Kitten after this and tell her to put you in line when you get back.
Right.
All right. So you love me sometimes from a distance. From a distance. All right. Here is Boshti's channel, and what I want her to do is she's gonna end the show tonight. She's gonna give closing thoughts. And say you're gonna say sign off. It's gonna be all you. This is our series. It's gonna say subscribe to my channel for next week, and I'm out. It's all you.
Oh, cool. All right, guys. Well, let's see. Closing comments. Well, since I'm already closing out, I won't really have like much time to develop on the comment left by Trav28. He mentioned stories by Irish. I've lived with the effects of mental health since I was 15, 33 years and counting. If you want to take the mental health conversation offline, you guys can always leave a comment or find me on Instagram or the Stream Junkies. I also moderate the Twitter as well. So if you guys want to talk about this kind of stuff, just like let me know. I'd love to continue the conversation. You know, again, like socio-political stuff is, you know, like it's a private passion of mine. So let me see here. Good show tonight. Been a while since he caught us live. Well, this is really our only second one. So we're glad that you were able to catch it. Let me see here. LOL, Oh, Irish says that she does mental health videos on her channel too. Oh, that's fantastic. So I'm going to plug Stories by Irish and her channel. So yeah, go check out some of her commentary on mental illness as well. I am on Twitter at Life Adjacent, so you can find me. Thank you for subscribing. If you guys do like video essays and essentially just podcasts in general, I do have my Life Adjacent podcast, so feel free to subscribe. I am doing the takeaway for the Birds of Prey, and then I believe on Wednesdays, Osaka Ren, Marie, Mochi, and myself will be doing Waifu Wednesdays, where we'll also be doing anime top 5 countdowns. So you guys should check that out on the Stream Junkies YouTube channel as well. But yeah, thanks. Oh, Yovarad said, Boshti, you are a chef's kiss. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Thank you so much. Let me see. Well, I guess he wants to keep it under a minute, or I'm sorry, an hour 30, guys. So what are some takes? Do you have any last minute comments, concerns? Like, if you guys just want to yell at me for the last 5 minutes, we can do that too. But if not, I'm going to just like close this out. Don't forget to smash that like button. And you better turn on that notification bell because she's naughty. Oh, that made Max laugh in the backstage. You guys missed it. Let me see. Awesome. Stories by Irish says, mine's more of an education POV. Haven't touched on the politics side. Maybe that's something you and I could talk about, Irish. We could talk about it from a political standpoint about why visibility is so important for mental illness, and maybe whether we're pro more visibility or if there's, not enough visibility. Oh, thanks. No yelling here. Slap the bell, slap it, spank it, tickle it, pivot, whatever you got to do to make it ring. My Twitter is capital L Life, capital A Adjacent. So you can find me on there. I have like no followers, but I have blue hair. So that's a clue. Yeah, let's tag team a video. Ow. For mental illness. Tickle it. I do like that. Tickle the bell. You guys can specialize the notifications. So if you always want to be notified for This Week at Woke, you know what I'm saying? I think we do this on Mondays. We're going to try to keep it consistent, so you can specialize the notification for that as well. And if you get prompted for a survey before this video on the replay, try to give us, our boy Max, good reviews, because we want to be in the recommends, because we want to spread our woke message all across this platform. Fobixino says, it's okay, I'm used to being abused. Don't abuse the bell. Treat it with care and respect, because it lets you know when the content is hot. All right, we got 2 minutes. Count T minus 2 minutes, y'all. So I'm gonna plug. Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at hi.aboshi. You can find me here on YouTube at Life Adjacent. I'll have a Game Boy in my banner that'll be, with a space screensaver. That's how you know it's me. You can find me on Patreon at Life Adjacent, so you can download my podcasts and my video essays. Oh my goodness. And you can also, again, find me on Twitter at Life Adjacent as well. Follow both me and Max, because we're going to pretty much alternate for This Week in Woke on both of the channels. So just follow us both. You'll be happier. It's better for everybody. And let me look at these last minute comments. Can I write it down here? I will just leave a comment on the video for all of you guys to find me. How about that? So just look for the comment. Can't find me on Twitter? I'm just going to leave a comment. Don't worry about it, y'all. Bells always have too many strings attached. I agree. It's kind of a crucial part of their function. All right, guys. We have 30 seconds. I love you all. Thank you so much for dropping in for this week and woke, and Max taking advantage of like how naive I am and trusting about films actually coming out. I have been deceived and I am offended.
Good.
We have 10 more seconds. Thank you guys so much. As we always say, TG on TGO, so say we all. See you guys soon. Till next week. Bye.